As we come together to discuss the contributions of scientists, let us remember that science is not a solitary endeavor, but a collaborative symphony of minds. It is through cooperation, the exchange of ideas, and the celebration of diversity that we advance our understanding further. So let us embark on this enlightening discussion with reverence for the past, enthusiasm for the present, and hope for the future. As we celebrate the scientific contributions that have shaped our world, may we also ignite the spark of curiosity within ourselves and inspire the next generation of scientists to continue the awe-inspiring journey of discovery. Let the discussion begin. So, therefore, we need to identify the local and foreign scientists and give their contributions in the world of science. Let's begin our journey. There are local and foreign scientists who made major breakthroughs in the field of science. Their inventions and discoveries made possible advances in the field of medicine, agriculture, transportation, and even industry. To begin with, let's talk about our local scientists here in the Philippines. First is Angel Alcala, and Dr. Angel Alcala was recognized for his contributions in building sanctuaries and promoting biodiversity in the aquatic ecosystems here in the Philippines. This is a sample picture of his work. To save the underwater environment, he was able to come up with this diversity of. Another is Edgardo Gomez. He led the world's first national scale assessment of damage to coral reefs, leading to international conservation initiatives such as the replanting of corals. So with that, he was able to somehow solve some of the problems that the underwater animals and organism has been for a long time ago. This is a sample picture and how they are replanting the corals. Another is Govino Trono. He was known as the father of seaweed diversity, or the father of Capapecus farming. And here, you'll see an example wherein the seaweeds are being cultured like this one. Father seaweeds. Next is Fidel Mundo, an incubator, or she was able to invent an incubator made out of bamboo. This is what it looks like, and she has specifically designed equipment so people who live in places without electrical power can regulate the temperature of their infants as well. It saves babies. And this is the modern incubator. Another is Geminiano de Ocampo. He was the first person to diagnose and even treat specific eye problems in our country. He invented the corneal dissector. A sample picture of a corneal dissector, and it was being improved to operate the eye problem. What about foreign scientists in different countries around the world? These are the famous. First, Isaac Newton, because he formulated the laws of gravitation and even the laws of motion. Another is that he studied the optics and even the behavior of light. And find out that the white light composed of spectrum, the colors of the rainbow, according to their wavelength. Galileo Galilei, he used the telescope in order to discover the sunspots. He was able to discover that on the moon there are mountains and valleys with the use of the telescope, and find or discovered the 4 larger satellites of Jupiter. And there's so many discoveries in the outer space that Galileo Galilei was able to discover. And these are the Galilean moons. Albert Einstein, he was able to explain the theories or his theories of relativity. He also explained the particle nature of light, the famous equation of E is equals to mc squared, and he explained how sunlight can be converted into energy. Aside from Albert Einstein's work, another thing is the discovery or invention of atomic bomb. Next is Michael Faraday, who was able to discover the electromagnetic induction and even the laws of electrolysis in water to be able to separate again the hydrogen and the oxygen with the use of electrolysis process. And this is electromagnetic induction is being useful now in our machines. Next is Gregor Mendel, because he was the father of modern hereditary theory. He was a monk and was able to find out that in living things, there is a so-called DNA that can pass from generation to generation. Along with Marie Curie, we have another scientist here with his husband, who were able to identify or discover the radioactivity of certain elements. And it was being used in X-ray machines to help during the battlefields in World War I. And these machines were in a mobile vents, which the French soldiers called them little Curies. Next is Louis Pasteur, because he was the one who discovered the pasteurization of milk. He was able to explain the germ theory of disease, the pasteurization process, and the formation or the formulation of the vaccine. Next is Alessandro Volta. He was known for electricity and the discovery and invention of electrical battery and with the use of methane. This is what it looks like. So now, if I'm going to ask you, if you were a scientist, what contribution do you want to be known for, and then why? So as we draw near to the conclusion of this enlightening discussion on scientists and their remarkable contributions, let us take a moment to reflect on the profound impacts of their work and the enduring legacy they leave behind. Throughout our time together, we have traversed the annals of history, exploring the lives and achievements of some of the greatest minds humanity has ever known. We have marveled at the courage of those who challenged the status quo, the brilliance of those who unraveled the mysteries of the cosmos, and the dedication of those who toiled relentlessly for the betterment of humankind. So then, once again, thank you very much for listening and watching. I hope you learned something about our local scientists and as well as the foreign scientists. Bye-bye.